Do you ever love something so much that you are completely blinded by everything wrong that they do? And you know, your friends might tell you they're a jerk and that they're using you and that they're really mean, and you're like, no, that's not true. And you see what you want to see, you've got your little rose-colored glasses on and you adore them. Well, today I've got a story for you that involves my rose-colored glasses coming off and seeing the love of my lives as what they truly are. And it also involves horror and monsters and all that kind of stuff that makes a story good. It was a little heartbreaking to see them for what they really were. And I am referring to these two little dingbats. Don't get me wrong, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that I absolutely adore my two cats, Peach and Evie, and I can't say a bad thing about them. They'll go to my boyfriend's house for a sleepover if I've got people coming and inspecting my house, and he'll tell me that they're little rat bags and they destroy things and that they cause chaos. I'm like, no, they're so cute, they won't do that, they're absolutely perfect. Well, today my rose-colored glasses came off and I saw them for what they really were. So let me get started. I started off this morning and everything was hunky-dory as it usually is. I woke up, it's my day off. I'm like, you know what, I'm going to film a video today. I was going to do a little unit tour or apartment tour because I'm moving out in a couple of weeks. I'm like, you know what, I haven't done this place on video yet, let me try that. And so I got up and I cleaned the kitchen and I cleaned my room and I made my bed. And you know when you make your bed, but then you make your bed and it's like perfect and pristine? Well, I was doing that and like I set the pillows up and it was really pretty. Everything was tucked in perfectly, and I went to turn away and I saw this black little thing fall in the corner of my eye. And if you're from Australia, you would know that if you ever see a dark shadow in your peripheral vision, it's something. It's never nothing, it's always going to be something. So I turned back around and I'm like, oh, what is it? And there was this big cockroach monster thing of death and destruction on my bed. And I'm not joking when I say it was this big. Again, if you're from Australia, you know that they get like abnormally big. And this one was like freakishly large. It was walking up on its hind legs like a little horse, just trotting around on my bed. And it had these little weird, I wasn't quite sure what it was at first because it had these weird little spiky bump things on the back of it and just made it look like some mutant thing from the underworld. And so it lands on my bed. So I keep my composure and I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh no, like this is on my white clean sheets. And I get my shoe and I'm ready to squish it, but I'm like, I'm not gonna squish it if it's on my white sheets. I do not want to mess, you know, all them up. I'm like, oh, I'll get the cat and they'll like bat it off my bed so it can get either on the wall or the floor and I can squish it then. And so I've got two cats, not just one, there's two of them. So I go looking for the closest one and Peach is in my drawer. She like pulled out my clothes so there's like a little space for her to lay in there, and I see her, come on Peach, come on, there's something on my bed, I need you to go get it off. And she just completely runs away. She has no idea what's going on. She just leaves me in my turmoil. Evie eventually walks in my room because I don't want to take my eyes off this thing, because if you take your eyes off them, they're gone like that. And so Evie comes in my room and she's like venturing around. She's like, oh, what's going on in here? And she gets on my bed. I'm like, yeah, she's gonna get it, she's gonna get it. And she lays on her back and she's like wriggling around for a little bit. I'm like, no, Evie, that way. There's something there, right there. She finally sees it and she's like, oh, okay, ooh, what's this? You know how they bat them around? I'm like, yeah, knock it on the floor. And she sticks one claw in it. And so while she's batting with it, she's like leaving this little trail of ooze on my clean white sheets. I'm like, no, just get it on the floor. Eventually it falls on the floor and I'm there with my shoe and I'm ready. I am home alone and like no one can hear me scream apart from the people that just moved in downstairs. They probably thought there was some domestic. So I'm there ready with the shoe and it falls on the floor. I'm like, yes, my time to shine. And Evie just jumps on the floor. I'm like, yeah, you get it, baby. And she stands in front of me and she's like, what? What's going on? What's going on here? And I'm like, move out the way so I can get this bug, and it's gone. And I have no idea where it is. And if there is a bug in my room, I will not go in my room or sleep in my room until that bug is dead. I need to see evidence of a carcass to know it's dead. So I'm there, I'm panicking, I'm like, oh no, where's it gone? I'm like, sniff it out, baby, sniff it out. And she's like, oh, you want to play with me? Oh, pats. I'm like, no. I'm like, no, this isn't the time for that, just get it. You are God's killing machine. Do your work. Do your job. She didn't find it, and I ended up, my nice already made perfect bed. I, flipped the mattress, got all the sheets off it and everything, and I'm looking for this bug because it is this big. I'm like, no, I do not want this crawling around when I'm asleep at night. And I'm moving everything around, and I've got my mattress base there, and I know it, and I see it, and I kind of see it underneath the mattress base. I see a little shadow, so I'm like looking under with my light on my phone, and I can see it walking around. I'm like, yes! I just got to coax it out to the side, and then I can squish it. On my mattress base, when I moved into this house, when they were carrying it up the stairs, it ripped. So it's got this little tear down the top of it, I guess. Like it's on the flat side where you put your mattress, there's a little tear. And I saw Evie and Peach came back at this point. They both noticed this little tear, and I'm like, they jumped through the tear into the mattress base. I'm like, okay, they're going to be able to go straight through that layer of material, and they're going to go underneath, and they're going to find it, and my problem's going to be solved. I'm like, yes! Yes! There is another layer of material on the underside of your mattress base, and they got stuck in that. And they were stuck in that for about half an hour, playing with each other, just running around in my mattress base. Meanwhile, there's this big bug underneath it, and I'm trying to get it, and as soon as I can see it, little paw prints through the material in my way, and I lose it again, and they're just having the time of their life, and they were completely useless. That's when my rose-colored glasses came off. I'm like, babies, you were meant to be here to love me and help me in my moments of terror and despair, and you left me. You played in my mattress base and left me to face the monster on my own. There's this big ugly thing crawling around, and I'm there with my shoe and my coat hanger ready to squish it, and I couldn't get to it. Being the modern day princess that I am, I Snapchatted the whole thing, which I will add at the end of this video so you can see how calm and collected I was through it all. Eventually, after half an hour of them playing inside my mattress base, I got the coat hanger and I lured it out eventually by poking it. I'm like, if I poke this one too hard, it might come out and fly, and there's nothing worse than a cockroach that flies. Very careful, and like I was going to do this thing. I was a strong, independent woman that I was going to kill this bug on my own. Eventually, I knocked it out, and as soon as I saw that sucker, I squished it with my new shoe, and they were like, I squished it like 50 times. I will show you its little carcass. Like, that was not a normal cockroach. Like, there was something wrong with that thing. It had spikes on its back leg, or little flipper things. It just did not look right. It was squished. Evie decides to just pop out of the mattress base. She's like, oh, just moseys on down. She starts playing with the little carcass. She's like, oh, look what I did, Mum. Look what I killed. I'm like, you did not, you liar. And then Peach was stuck in the mattress base for another 20 minutes before I coaxed her out with Bickies. You can see these are my sheets now on the line. I washed them twice. Probably only need to wash them once, but wanted to rinse those memories off twice. I share this story because it might have some underlying moral principles in it that could be beneficial to your life or at this particular moment, or you might just need to hear something to help you. If you've got your rose-colored glasses on, then you need to take them off. Moral of the story, be a strong, independent woman that can kill her own bugs, because it doesn't matter how many cats you have, they're not going to do it for you. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more, and follow me on Instagram to see how much I truly do adore my cats, although it's probably going to be a little bit less for a while. Making my bed and then this appears? What the hell is that? No. What do I do? Get out and do something. No. I don't know where it went. I can't find it anywhere. So the cats came to help, and they went through that little gap underneath, but they're in the material and I can see it, and they're so stupid. I got it. Long story short, this bug fell on my bed after I made it. Needless to say, I lost it. Had to take my whole bed apart to find it. And now the cats well, Evie's now free, but Peach is stuck in the mattress base and I can't get her out. They just keep playing.